I understand. Listen, everybody's being sick right now. It's entirely fine. But all right, so I have a commander that I want to make this week, and this is something that we've both tried to make at different points, and a couple of our friends have also tried to make it, and it's like when it happens, it's magical, but the problem is there's just not enough setup cards. And the problem is the way that you have to do this concept that I'm saying vaguely because I don't want to ruin the surprise for you is there's not like enough main decked versions of setting this up, right? Usually we've never like fully tried to make a commander deck variant of this, but we've definitely made this in other formats, and we tried to do it in commander once with Anamatu. Is that the Esper Blinkwalker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've done this a little bit in that one, if you know what I'm thinking.
I think so. No.
Okay, so read this commander really quick.
At the beginning of combining your turn, choose one. Click a card in your hand, so you put it face down as a 2/2 creature. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
And put a +1 counter each colorless creature you control. So this is just the cheat out big stuff by putting them face down.
Yes, but now the commander does it, which is a
Yeah.
huge deal.
Yeah, because originally we had to find the that card that lets you like manifest a card from your hand.
Yeah, there's not enough manifest cards in general. So like the commander doing it is a big deal. And I have written down a lot of fun things that also the bottom effect is nothing to shake at either. +1/+1 on each colorless. But we're mainly doing it for the cloak card. And it's in Civic.
So is this going to be like an Eldrazi flip deck or just big creature flip deck?
It could be Eldrazi. It could be like Jin Gitaxis. It could be whatever is the most annoying things in Simic, which is a lot. Hullbreaker Horror, Sphinx of the Second. Here, let's get into it.
Coma. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have some stuff written down that I'll explain once we get in there. So we're gonna make a new deck. What are we gonna call it?
Face down defense position.
That's a good one. Face down, ass up. Or like a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, face down. Or we just call it defense position.
Okay, the one question is how much do we want to run with putting stuff face down? Because I get like doing one a turn is cool, but I figure we probably want a little bit more.
Oh, you mean like playing like more manifest? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
If we're doing like blink and manifest, we get having a few extra things, and also we have a few good blinkers now too. Wait, you know what?
Hold on. Her name is it's Vannifar. Okay.
Yeah, Vannifar.
No, it's Vannifar. Yana.
It's a V.
No, is it?
It's Vannifar. Yeah, Vannifar. It's always been Vannifar. It's that was her before when she was the stupid eat a creature birthing pod infinite combo as soon as you get to tap with her.
Yes. Okay. So, yes. So this is going to be the commander. And I have a couple of suggestions that I thought are going to be crazy in this deck. So I wrote a list of things, and I saw people talking about this. There's actually people trying to make this work in Historic Brawl in Standard as well. And there was one creature that they mentioned. I'm like, oh, that does work kind of cool with this. It's Uro. The Simic one. What's the full name? This one. Titan's Wrath.
Oh.
So here's the thing, right? When they go ahead. Yeah, do you understand how this works?
Because if you transform it, it didn't enter the battlefield.
Nope.
Now, if you blink it, yeah, then it'll go away. But if it's just face down and then you just transform it for its mana
But it's only 3 mana. That's that's pretty good for 3 mana.
So 2 mana, so for basically it's 3 mana, flip it, and you actually have
a broken card. And then I have another one that's a fun one. Here. It's a hard one to spell. Here. So. It's another one, Derek. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see,
because it doesn't get the counters.
so we just for 4 mana get a 12/12 mana ramper. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, and then I have oh, here's a fun one. Ixidor, right? Cuz one problem is that how you spell him? So the funny thing is this I double checked this. It does not say it was not eroded to work with morph only. It just says turn target face down, creature face up. And that works. So we're not always going to have blink. We're not always going to be able to cheat. So this is just a 3 mana, whatever ridiculous amount of mana cost we want to put under. Seems pretty good. And then I'm going to show you our best blink card in the deck, which is a little favorite for all the Valky abusers in Pioneer. How do you spell this? It's release. I think it's like that. Yes. Now here's a funny one. Derek, how's this work?
Yeah, so you just exile and you get to cast it for free.
Yep, on the other side. So now you get those cash triggers if you play Eldrazi. That's a fun one as well. So we're definitely going to want Blink. We're going to want more Manifest, for sure.
There's also, I mean, you can also do the Vesuvius Shapeshifter Brian Elemental combo and make it so nobody gets to untap.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to do that.
That's just a little too mean.
Yeah, I mean, we could play some of the more creatures.
Tom, also, Thassa, Deep Dwelling, and the Displacer Kitten are really good blinkers because they do it every turn or every time you do something.
I want all the end of turn ones that we can play, for sure. So the Thassa, for sure. And then the other one is Conjurer's Closet.
We can also run the Scroll of Fate, which is the manifest from your hands. It's just another
Oh no,
one.
we're definitely gonna play it. What just happened there?
We can also just straight up run Omniscience, because we could end this Omniscience face down and flip it. Because it doesn't have to be creatures, remember?
Yeah, that is true.
It doesn't with Ixidor. It's a face down creature. You're turning face up. It doesn't know that it's a creature on the other side because it's hidden information.
Okay, hold on. So we're having troubles here. So Conjurer's Closet. Is that the last one I missed? Wait, and then we were doing Thassa and Displacer Kitten.
But yeah, that works, right?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Because like Ixidor doesn't care what's underneath it because he doesn't know, right?
What, Ixidor? Yes, it works 100%. Turn this is one of the decks that they played in the Historic Brawl version. And then yes, like we said, Omniscience.
Deadeye Navigator, because it automatically we just pair it and flicker and...
The problem... Oh, no. Yeah, that does work, because they're still entering as a creature, so yes. That does still work, yes. Obviously, we're going to be that guy and play Eternal Witness, you know? We could play Den Protector for the fun, like the Morph.
Yeah, that's just like a more awkward way to do things when we just have spells or creatures that do it.
Omniscience... How do you even...
Yeah, it's exactly like saying Omniscience, even though it's said Omniscience. It's a good way to remember. It's Omniscience. That's how my teacher taught me it way back in the day.
Yeah, so whatever is like the most horrifying big things that we can play in Simic. Did all the blink go in? We got the Displacer, that Conjurers, and yeah. And then there's Ixidor. So yeah. Then we can play some huge idiots. Also, this is probably a deck where like we definitely want some mana doublers. I don't think there's any morph or like anything that so we should play. Do you want to play more things that manifest things?
I definitely like the ones that do it from hand. Sometimes doing it from the top. I guess if we're consistently blinking, the top of the deck isn't too bad. The thing about doing the top of the deck though is that if like we hit our blink spells off the top, like then that's not as good. I
Well,
like
that's
having
why
consistent control of it.
we can play the one that lets you play it, which is Primordial Mists. This one, because this one has a bottom effect.
Oh yeah, because the bottom lets you do that, and it also lets you do that any turn. So if you hit a counter spell, you could exile it and then counter spell it.
Yeah, so Primordial Mist is fine. But then there's the green one that can sack itself to make the board indestructible. I don't know how we feel about that one. There's the one that like manifests the top card of your library at the end of every turn.
Is it every turn?
Yeah, it's when I have it in Kadena. It's when. Oh my god! It starts with a W. Hold on.
It's an enchantment, right?
No, it's a creature. Kadena.
And it makes something indestructible.
It's Whisperwood Elemental.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing, though. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess blinking things isn't the best. We could play Teamer Sabretooth. I don't know how relevant that is, but
Yeah, it just puts it back into our hand.
This is one of the other ones that does it at the beginning of each end step. How do we feel about this? Yay, nay?
Wait. We could do that one, yeah. How does this work? Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land.
You know, I don't play that card in Kadena because I see a lot of people like turned her into a build with sack outlets, and it's like an entirely different thing. It could be fine here.
But can you still flip them up because?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. So the way that it would work is like if this died, no. Well,
it becomes a land. So you need something that could target a land to blank.
Yeah, that's the problem. And none of these target lands unless we play Ghostly Flicker. And that was my problem I had with Kadena is like, yes, they turn back as lands, but are they also creatures still, or do they become just lands?
They're just lands.
Yeah, that's why I didn't end up playing it.
Anyway, so some cool creatures I like. I like Nyx Bloom Ancient. I like Nezahal.
Yes, Nyx Bloom Ancient. For sure. Nezahal, Sphinx of the Second Sun.
Hullbreaker.
Yes.
Blightsteel Colossus.
Yes, we are definitely playing that.
You know what's actually kind of cool in this deck? We're running big creatures. We could run Galta, the new one, because when if you flip it with a blink effect, it ETBs and you put any creatures from your hand into play.
Was there one that I missed?
The other one's just a big indestructible creature. We just want Blightsteel, but it's Galta Stampede Tyrant.
Yes, he sounds insane in this deck. Because they're going to be... The CMC, this deck is going to be huge. Oh, Hullbreaker. We missed Hullbreaker.
Yeah, Hullbreaker, yeah.
You said that. Hullbreaker. We should definitely play some Eldrazi. Which, obviously, the Koziliks are probably the best. But
we have to be careful, though, because we don't get the cast triggers unless we have the spell that puts it back.
Which is why we want the Annihilator, right?
Yeah.
So we should play the ones with Annihilator, so that they're worth it.
So if that betrays,
yes, we were thinking the exact same thing. What are you doing here? What else is Cancer to play against?
Ulamog.
Consecrated Sphinx is fun.
That is pretty bad too.
We could play... We should play things that tutor creatures to hand, like Archdruid's Charm. That's a good new one.
We could be really annoying and play Void Winnower.
Worldly Tutor. You said Void Winnower? Sure.
I just, we're just gonna be super annoying. Like, hey, you can't play half your cards.
Listen, it's gonna be that kind of deck, you know. The funny thing is, we can still play most of the things that let you draw, because believe it or not, Guardian Project still works because they're not named.
Yeah, and we actually would get double effect going.
Guardian Project still works. And then, well, yes, if we're blinking, we get double of the effect. You're right. Yes. And then, what other ETB ones can we play? The Great Henge. Because we don't really want the cast ones as much. It's not like they're bad. It's just the ETB ones are definitely gonna shine. So we're gonna mostly be blinking. So maybe like the Garruk's Uprising.
Yeah. Oh, here's an interesting one I found. Identity Thief.
Identity Thief.
I gotta check how this works. Because it says whenever it attacks, you may exile another target non-land creature. If you do, it becomes a copy of that creature. Then you return the exiled creature at the beginning of the next end step. But if you exile a face-down creature, it goes into exile face-up. Would it know that it was the 2/2 morph, or would it know that it's
no? It's checking what's exiled, like the same thing with how it works with the mutate pile, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. That's a weird question.
Because it wouldn't really work with legendary creatures.
With Release of the Wind, it lets you exile the face-up thing, so it has to work that way.
But this thing is checking what it exiles, so I'm wondering if it knows what the card was.
Things can't be exiled face down, can they? From the top?
I'm curious. Let me check out how this works. Identity Thief. I want to check Identity. No, actually, it looks like it does become a copy because it looks of the creature that originally exiled and what its stats were, so it becomes a 2/2 with no names or anything. But it still gets to blink the thing afterwards, but then again, it might just die if it gets blocked. So it just becomes a 2/2. So it's like a one-time block, kind of slow but it still just gets nuked.
No, we definitely have other ways that we can blink things as well. Like,
what about Lord of Change? Because we've been liking that card as another ETB.
We could also play Ghostly Flicker combos. I mean,
yeah, we could also run Kodama the East trade because everything's ETBing. You can be Agent of Treachery if you want to be extra mean too.
I like ASE. Agent of Treachery is not. Well, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna put in Paragon Drake and Palancron.
Bane of Balaged is the other Eldrazi that's like pseudo exiling Annihilator.
Bane of Balaged. Do we want to run Ulamog as well?
Just the Annihilator one.
Which is this one?
Yeah.
And then you said Bane of Balaged. What are you doing over here?
Going slow.
Okay. I'm going to do a refresh really quick. So we got 38. Okay, 38. I want some more draw as well. So we can play the big green one that draws, which is Guardian. What is it? The Soul.
Oh,
Soul
the Harvest.
And then what's the new Garuk's Uprising? Tribute to the World Tree tribute.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is definitely a Rishkar's and Return of the Wild Speaker deck. Should we get some more instant blinks? I feel like instant blinks are good in this deck. Because then you can...
yeah.
Also, I think I actually want to play Green Warden, maybe.
Just so you get some more stuff back.
Mm-hmm. And Seasons. Obviously, Balagid Recovery. Glasspool Mimic. Seagate Restoration. Okay. Alright. Now, any other, like, what's dumb that we can play in these colors that you hate playing against? Like Jin Taxes? The old Jin?
That is definitely one, yeah. Another really annoying one is Portal to Phyrexia, because that is still something we could blink. That's really annoying to deal with.
That is... I didn't even think of Portal to Phyrexia. That's a good one. That was so annoying. What about, like, a Chroma's Memorial? Does that sound stupid?
It's not terrible.
What about, like, Zendikar Resurgent? We can do, like, Creature Ramp as well. Because it's like this deck can still just play creatures, you know? Like, we have a Nyxbloom Ancient. We're playing Zendikar Resurgent. Jesus. This does not look fun. I mean, this feels like a Seaboard Muse deck.
I agree.
Because we're going to play some counter spells. And definitely a Capsize, which is a payoff. And we should also have a Blue Sun Zenith as a payoff.
We also play one with the multiverse. It's another like pseudo omniscience.
Say that again. One with the... Oh, right. One. Yes. One with what? The machine?
No, it's one with the multiverse.
That's a fun one. What other big dub enchantments are there? Or, like, artifacts?
There's a Sandworm Convergence.
That's a fun one.
What
other blue blink? Like...
here's actually cool. Ugin's Mastery. For its whenever you cast a colorless creature spell, you manifest the top card of your library. But it's whenever you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater, you may turn a face-down creature you control face up.
Seems good to me.
So it's not technically blinking, but it is transforming them, which
is good enough.
Which could be interesting.
Yes, definitely good enough. There was one that I thought, but Arnichi.
Should we run Garuk's Uprising?
I got that.
Okay.
Does this want like a Garuk and... Does this want like a Soraka and Goreclaw, or like, should we just play like Overwhelming Stampede as another way to win, or
Or what's the do end race forerunners?
right? But I think Overwhelming
Uh,
Stampede's a little better
True.
when we have like 12-12s in here. Okay, that's a good way to win. Okay, we need some ramps, so let's get a Soul Ring for sure. Do we still want like a Beast Whisperer just cause, or
Yeah,
we're still gonna play like a lot of creatures?
we got a bot in chat.
Abandon them. Okay. So we got Soul Ring. Any fun artifact? Wait. I got the portal. Okay, good. Derek, what about like what is the like old huge artifacts that just tutor things from your deck and put them into play?
Oh, well, you have to pay a lot of mana for them.
Right. But when you get them for free, the mana that you pay gets a little better.
It's like 8 mana to activate them, I believe. It's like
Right.
something portal.
Let's see how many things come up when I type in portal.
Or maybe it's not portal. Maybe it's gateway.
Gateway sounds.
Something. I have like 2 of them, and I should know what they do. Nope, that's not it. Let me look at 1 second.
Should we also just play an Elvish Mystic? Or no, I mean Elvish Piper or any of those things that cheat them in. Like just cuz.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I don't see a reason why not to. Isn't there a better one like the Monster Manual, right? Don't people like Monster Manual? Is that the one I'm thinking of? What does Monster Manual do again?
Oh, it's plain. It's a bridge. It's planar bridge.
Okay, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on to that. I just want to see the difference here. So it also mills 5 cards. Return a creature card milled this way to your hand. Oh, so it's which one do you like more? The Monster Manual, which is 1 more to activate, or the creature version that takes a turn to get going?
Um,
Or just play them both.
I like creature related stuff because we are a creature based deck.
Okay. And then you said they're bridges.
Yeah, it's called one's planar bridge.
Oh, I think they're all called planar, right? Or no? Well, this one, right?
Yeah, that's.
God damn it.
And I forgot what the other one was called. It might be bridge too, something bridge too.
I mean, the thing is, it's only 6 mana to start, so like that's not even like.
It's more so it's activation.
Yeah, so I'll just no.
And planar portal is the other one. I'm surprised it didn't come when we looked at portal. So you library for a card, but you put it into your hand, and that's the difference.
No, we're green. We can tutor mostly what we need. I say we play Fierce Empath. I think we got a good amount of higher CMC creatures. What do you think, Derek? You think we got a big CMC 6 creature?
I don't think we have enough.
We should do a
You know
roll call check.
You know what's gonna suck about this? If we don't have our commander, our hands are usually just gonna be dead until we get like 10 mana.
We play Nyxflamation, we play Zendikar, like it's just gonna be a green deck, right?
Yeah,
like,
until we hit like turn 7.
Yeah, but I mean it's fine.
Unless we just play a bunch of ramp and like as our other spells.
Yes.
Not a bunch of ramp, but like
no,
we also don't need to fill up too much on like ridiculous creatures because having like 2 or 3 ridiculous creatures should get us the game.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it down.
Own.
We're definitely gonna cut it down a bit, but
also, by the way, we have Ghostly Flicker, right?
What about like a Helm of the Host?
I mean, like I said, Helm of the Host is good in any deck.
Yes, I have Ghostly Flicker because we have the combo.
There's also Illusionist Stratagem, which exiles 2 creatures you control, but that lets you draw a card,
Nice.
and it does target 2. Oh, Nephelia Smuggler. It's four mana and tap to blink something, but it's a 1 mana creature, and you can do it every turn.
Cool.
So that's just like, I know it's not a blink spell, but I kind of really like creatures or permanents that could do it multiple times.
Yes, I agree.
The 1-time blink is cool until you don't have any left, and now you have a bunch of big
Thought,
shit in your hand.
Thought Vessel. And then the rest I want to be land ramp. So, like, we should play Sakura Tribe Elder. Sakura Tribe Elder. Then Cultivate is still great. Cultivate. Okay, Kodama's Reach. Then we want Harrow. Antis Restoration. What? What? Okay, and then what else? The creatures are gonna be good because we're gonna have a lot of blinking as well. So,
Mm.
do
Yep,
we want Solemn over Farhaven or Farhaven?
No, we can do Far even.
Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah, because it gets the basically.
I also want to make sure we still run a good amount of non-creature spells for Displace Your Kitten. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, another blink spell we could also run is Displace, because it exiles 2 creatures.
Do we want Helm of the Host?
I I've just been kind of like it's a cool card when it works. Like when you have it, you always want to play it. You always want to equip it, but like it just does more of what the deck already just wants to do.
Okay. All right. Let's run a little bit of interaction. So like, probably disallow.
Arcane Denial.
Mana Drain.
You know what's funny? Right now, Mana Drain is almost as expensive as Force of Will.
Damn.
Force of Will is only $6 more.
Fierce Guardianship. How much is Mana Drain?
It's getting up there a little bit.
We don't have to play it. We can just
Counterspell. There's a running joke with me and Marty at work where I'll one of us will say something and we'll just look at each other and just go, nah, counterspell.
Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, so like Rift.
So Guardianship Denial, Disallow, Counters. And Void Slime. This is definitely a Sublime Epiphany deck. so let's get in these lands. Command tower. Let's try out the new Surveil land, because I have Nature's Lore and 3 visits right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
And what else? So we definitely want the breeding pool.
We can still run Yavimaya.
Yes.
Could be a good Mossmort bridge considering how big our creatures are.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, do you think we can make a Mystic Sanctuary work or no? Because the one nifty interaction that you can do with Ghostly Flicker can target lands. So you could, one of the things you could do is target Mystic Sanctuary to put another spell back on top of your deck if you really need to.
Yeah, we could try.
I mean, we do have a lot of like land ramp tutors, so we probably still need to run a decent amount of basics. Plus, now we have a new dual land that we could run.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The Surveil. What is that one called?
Hedge Mage. Hedge Maze.
Yep, that's it. And then what's the Innistrad plan? And
Dreamroot Cascade.
And then the Battle Bond, or the
Rejuvenating Sphinx. Ah. And if we're gonna have a high basic count, we could probably run Hinterland Harbor. And also, if we're really worried, we could run like the tap dual land. Just enters tapped. I don't know if we want to run too many of them.
What's the filter as well?
Flooded Grove. Tropical Island.
No.
No. You always ruin my fun. Prop Island, let's go.
I play it in Tatiova. Okay, okay, what are there? Any of the lands? Alchemist Refuge? Definitely.
I like Alchemist Refuge, yeah.
We're also playing Sphinx and Seaboard Muse, so...
What about like a Myriad or Blighted Woodland, or do you not want to run those?
I'm cool with Myriad and Blighted. We do currently have an AAC in there, so...
Okay.
So we can run like a Prismatic, Vista, Fabled Passage, and the on-color fetch, Misty. Okay. And then anything else? Yavimaya?
Oh, do we not get Yavimaya?
Nope. Well, you said Coast. I'm talking about the Cradle, the...
Oh no, that's what I meant. Yavimaya, as in like the one.
I put the Coast.
We do Beseju and Atawara just as utilities.
Oh yes. Okay.
Do you want to run like a thought vessel? Oh, we got reliquary tower, right?
Nope. I put thought vessel in.
All right, but yeah, get that reliquary at a time. What you doing? What you doing? Come on, come on.
Okay, and then the rest is
Giving me the
land.
Jenna.
Let's see. Ooh. Wow.
Wow, we're dead split.
Okay. Ooh. Remember, the fetches are also technically islands because you can always get them as islands. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, even though we have 7, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You know, so we definitely make Mystic Sanctuary work. Oh, and this one too. And if we want, we could play another fetchable, like you said, just for the fuck of it.
All right.
Which is what's the snow or just the regular whatever?
The snow one is oh, I just lost it. Rhinewood Falls.
Thank you. Okay. Beast Within.
Oh, and Entangled Islet is the just the dual land tap land. If we want to run that too,
Uh,
I just I don't want to run too many of them
yeah, I
because I
think
don't like
that
it.
the two we have is fine. Uh, okay, let's see. Okay, 33 land should be good because I put 3 MDFCs. Okay, so we gotta cut 15 cards. So we're running 37 creatures. I don't think any of this is getting cut. So let's look at these creatures. Which ones don't we like? This is technically ramp as well, so we can definitely cut down on ramp. We have a lot of ramp. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of, 5. What else? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the lands as well.
15,
Those.
16, so that's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could definitely cut down. Um, like I said, I've been becoming more comfortable cutting the two. I guess maybe in this deck, maybe cutting the 2 drops aren't as important
Yeah, because we just want to get our commander out as quickly as
yeah.
possible. Uh,
Just because we do have a little bit more importance on spells with some of our stuff, I would more so want to cut maybe 1 or 2 creature ramp on that side. Maybe Sakura, because at least the other ones we could blink and get more use out of them.
yeah, weirdly enough, he is the worst one out of those.
And like usually I would say like let's get rid of like the spell ramp, but we do have Displacer Kitten.
Yeah, I want to make sure that Displacer Kitten is good here. Because it works with everything. So 6, we're playing 6 currently. So that's 15. Yeah, it's a lot. Uh, okay, so anything else up here that we like or don't like? How do we feel about Kodamas though? You still like it?
Yeah, because we have a lot of really big things, which could definitely get a lot of like cheesy stuff going.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Or do you like all this?
Um, Maybe we could cut the Bane of Balaged. I think we have enough Annihilator Shananes. I think we don't need too much consistently. Plus, it doesn't work with it that portrays.
Anything else?
Do we want the Lord of Change draw or
That's a good question. Just the draw 3. I mean, we kind of. I guess we can do better. Like we have Consecrated, we have Jin, we have Nezahal,
ASC?
yeah. We have Rishkars and Return, right?
Mm.
Return. Did I get that? And Rishkars.
And then Blue Sun and
Did I get
yeah.
And Seagate Restoration. So yeah, we definitely don't need the Lord of Change. Anything else here? And also, we're still playing all the ETB draw stuff as well. So.
Oh, and also Uro also draws too.
Yes, it does, and puts lands into play.
And he's continuous draw too. And so is Sphinx. No, I think I like all this. I like all this.
Maybe
maybe that's like the worst one here. I mean, going down to 33 wouldn't be the worst.
And with our commander doing it off the top is like not as needed. We're always gonna have it, you know. And we are playing a good amount of tutors as well. So anything, I guess we could just maybe.
Oh yeah, we don't need that. That's just like a cute, like annoying thing. But
what else?
Oh, how many did we have to cut, by the way?
15. So let's see how many left we have. 10 still.
We still have a lot of ramp. Maybe we could cut. Why not? Because we were at 14, we cut 1. We're down to 13.
I guess what else? What else would be the worst? Because it only has like 8 targets, so like it can run out. But then again, it also gets all of our duels. Yeah.
No, I still think that's good enough.
No, 8. It's 8. It's
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 11.
Because don't forget that Mystic Sanctuary is considered an island.
And I kind of like Harrow and Entis Restoration and Arch. Oh, and this is ramp too.
Right.
Can't forget that.
So I feel like ramp is the very won't be used too much for that.
Are we cutting the creatures for this?
No, maybe we could cut like a rampant growth because I still like the creatures.
Did I put in Beast? I don't even think Beast Whisperer ended up in here. Do we still want it?
You know what? I'm actually kind of wondering because a lot of times our creatures are going to be put into play and not cast.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
That's why we had all the ETB draw, and maybe it's best not to run him.
I'm gonna put it in the.
This is weird. It's not a Beastmaster Ascension deck.
Beast Whisperer, you mean? You alright?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm still fighting off whatever this is 2 weeks later. It's mostly gone. It's just a little residual.
Also, yeah, we have our 2 payoffs, which is Capsize. Should we just like run an extra turn spell or something? Like to have as another payoff? Because right now we only have Capsize and Blue Sun Zenith. Do we think that's good enough?
Yeah. I mean, or probably.
Should we run like a solve the equation or like?
Nah, because we don't super need to find. I think the thing is like also remember we're putting a lot of damage on board that could be very lethal very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's like hard. Like we're basically trying to go over the top.
We also have an overwhelming stampede. Yeah. Oh, and another one that I was thinking of was a Chroma's Memorial. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta cut 10 more cards. Anything here?
One with the multiverse is just cute. Sometimes it doesn't really get there. Sometimes they have a land in your hand, and it's just one free spell. And I'm like, we're basically kind of cheating stuff out anyway. Like at least omniscience is everything for my hand, and that's only once a turn.
I don't know. I feel like these are insane in this deck because we're playing a bunch of big things that we're cheating out. You know.
But like the thing is, if we're already cheating stuff out, is getting to cheat out one more thing all that better than just than what we're doing?
I think so, because I think where these decks falter is like you're not putting enough pressure, even though like it's one big thing, and then you just get killed trying to swing your big idiot, and a lot of the time you're just gonna sit there with like one Kozilek, and you know like that's it. You know, I think we're getting to have some redundancy and play more. I mean, obviously this is just the best one for the job, 100%.
What about Ugin's mastery? Maybe that's just kind of okay. Because the top part I don't really care about as much. It's only the bottom part, but
Which
is it really?
I think having that is it's letting us cast them, right, or flipping
Well, no,
them up.
it just flips them. So we don't get the ETB effect. It's just basically transforming them, and we don't really get any benefit from just straight transforming as much as flipping. But not everything has an ETB effect. Like we flip a Blightsteel Colossus on attack. Like we go attack, 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 and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna flip over the Blightsteel Colossus, and you're like,
Yeah. But then again, I guess we're good at flipping, and this is the only one that like requires an attack, and all the
and
other
it
ones
needs.
we can just pay mana for. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
all the other ones we can just pay mana for. So yeah, I agree with that. Cause like looking, we also have Ixidor, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we have this, and the ones that do it at the beginning of every end step. Also, Portals is just a fucking ridiculous card. The problem is it's not. We're not getting the ETB. It's just the. Actually, we would if we blink
Yeah,
it.
we if we blink it, we
Right.
100% do. And most of our ways to get things to flip is through blink
Mm-hmm.
or like release of the wind.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Solve. I'm putting these in the maybe. Okay. Uh, maybe just some more ramp. Do we do we still want both of the creatures, or is this weird that we cut the creatures, or
Maybe we keep one of them.
because like
Okay.
we can't build the whole deck around the concept that we're always gonna have Displace Your Kitten, you know?
Yeah, true. Then I'd much rather get rid of one of the spell version, the
Which
like
one?
the rampant growth.
Between this, the rampant growth? Okay.
Yeah, I just haven't been much of a fan of rampant growth. As we've gotten more ramp spells and having cards like Kodama's Reach, where like
Mm-hmm.
I want to have the I want to get make sure I have a land in my hand for next turn, which is because like missing land I think is becoming the way that it seems like how cards and decks are going. That like if you missing land drops and going behind is like the worst. Like I literally had a game where people basically scooped to me because I was playing Elishnorn and had like 9 lands in play on like turn 5,
Mm-hmm.
and even though I wasn't really doing anything, being that far ahead just in lands, like we've done it before with our decks when we ramp in green and we're super far ahead, and
Mm-hmm.
people have like 3 or 4 lands. It's like just the difference in lands and being able to play things matters so much. So sometimes those ramp spells where you don't hit and you don't have a land to play next turn, just basically it's like all you did was play a land and then you didn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right.
So like I've been a big fan of like Kodamas and stuff like that, or like the Nissa's one is works in only mono green.
Maybe we cut down on some blink. How much blink do we have?
We don't have a
We
lot,
have
honestly.
let's check. We have one, two. This is like kind of three, but not really.
Mm.
Three, four. Uh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nothing else down here.
But a lot of our blink, I guess, well, some of our blink is like permanent blink that blinks every turn, so we don't need to like fill it up with like 30 spots of blink.
Do we still want overwhelming stampede, or just we want to try to
No,
win it? Win
I
it.
still think we want it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's going to get us there. We have big creatures, especially when we're running Blightsteel. We just want to make sure that that just gets in there and dumpsters.
So what else is coming out then?
Okay, let's go through our creatures. Maybe like we could cut down on like the bombs.
We're already on 33 though. I feel like we're
Yeah.
cutting it a little short.
Remember, we also do have artifacts and enchantments that we get to blink as well if you really want to. How much do we do off our? Oh, actually, no, Seaboard Immune's really good with like some of our stuff.
But yeah, I mean she's good with like a lot of the blink and like activated abilities. But like she doesn't like 100% need to be there if we don't want to.
Yeah, I'm looking like I don't think. But the thing is, besides our instants or sorceries, where like a few blink, there isn't too much we do off our turn. Okay. I agree, Tom.
And we do have Sphinx, which is like one untapper.
Yeah,
And that's it.
but it also draws the card. You know, like your whole upkeep, and it's a upkeep. So that any other upkeep triggers. I don't know if we have any in this.
Do we need to play a haste enabler? I think we have to play Sirach and Goreclaw, by the way. Because like I'm thinking about like how is this deck gonna win, and it needs a haste enabler. Because like I see, yeah. Because here's my thing, right? We draw our whole deck, right, and then like let's say we only have like one creature in play. Oh, I guess we could play Overwhelming Stampede an infinite number of times, but like let's say we can't attack at 3 players, and like they dealt with our Blue Sun Zenith or something, you know. Then we need haste to swing with every. The way that I'm thinking this deck is going to win is it makes infinite mana with Peregrine or Palinchron, right? Because we have either this or Zendikar Resurgent with Palinchron, or the Peregrine Drake combo where we make infinite mana and either have a way to draw because they're entering, or like infinite blinks, like whatever.
We could also bounce. We could steal their whole board with Ancient of Treasury.
That's true. But what I'm saying is like, if we want to be able to kill them, I think we need one haste enabler. So do we want that to be like Sirach and Goreclaw, or like a Chroma's Memorial? Because that's another option.
I like a Chroma's Memorial because Sirach only works when they enter if he's in play. So if they're already in play that turn and then we get them later on, it's not going to work.
And dude, I'm not going to lie. I like the decks that I've been playing recently with a Chroma's Memorial. It's still an all-star. Like, it has not lost any luster at all. And it's also flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and red.
Maybe we don't need the portal to Phyrexia. I think we have enough good removal with like our creatures and bounce that like the sack is okay, and I don't really care about taking opponent's creatures.
No, it's also our graveyard. It's any graveyard.
But, yeah, true.
But I mean,
but we run recursion.
We run a lot of recursion.
Like it's much easier for us to get stuff into our hand and put it back into play.
Yes, you're right. It's green, and our whole deck is cheating things in, and we have Ghalta. Like how we still feel. I still feel like Piper's kind of good.
We literally lost to our I played with Marty. Mm-hmm. And he killed us with that card because nobody dealt with it. And he's like, I'm going to put dragons into play. And he actually had an infinite combo because he had he spark doubled Miram and then played the dragon that makes a treasure whenever a dragon enters.
Mm-hmm. We could oh, this is such a tooth and nail deck. Oh my god. Funny enough, we could play the Simic Grow Chamber and like a Tireless Provisioner or like a Field of the Dead, like the land. And then but no, we shouldn't do that. Okay, but maybe we cut down on more ramp. Alright, I'm cutting Soul Ring. Fuck that card. No. This seems so much fun, though. I want to play that.
Yeah.
Because
The thing is, we're using it for ramp. We're not attacking with it, and if we're
You don't
attacking
know
with it,
that.
we're not using it for ramp.
Well, listen, it's still a 12-12.
You're not wrong.
It's not. It's nothing to fucking. Also, the thing that I like about it is we like. Let's say we turn 2 ramp into our commander, and then we get it out like turn 3, and then we cloak this immediately. This is so easy to flip, and it's basically paying for itself because it becomes a 2-tapper. So like it's basically a 2 mana. I know it can't be used immediately, but like it's basically paid for its own cost.
Also, remember if we blink it, it does enter with the counters again. It's only when it's transformed does it not enter with the counters. And we kind of did go more in the blink than transformation.
Well, no, there's Ixidor. Well, the thing is,
we have a few.
The thing is, you could just pay the cost. Like you're just gonna pay the cost for him, right?
Oh yeah,
he just like you just pay 4. It's really not. It's not the end of the world. I think he's like a fun ramp card, and I'd prefer to keep like a fun card that works with the deck over like one of these on the bottom that like we play in most of our decks. I guess we can cut down on some of the draw. I don't think I want to cut any more of the creatures because 33 is already like kind of a little short. Do we just say fuck counter spells? No, we can't do that.
I mean, we can't run like 2 of them. Wait, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3.
We can cut. We can cut disallow. We cut void slime.
Cut worldly tutor.
No, worldly tutor's great. That lets us get any creature. Like if our commander's out, the next turn we just get to pick the creature that we want for 1 mana.
Yeah. Well, doesn't it go to the top of the deck, right?
Yeah, but that we just go to our turn. Like
yeah, I don't know. Tom seems pretty mid to me.
For 1 mana? Oh, sorry, not every card's Archstridge Charm.
It doesn't put it into my hand. What garbage?
Oh my god, ridiculous.
Do you think Nykthos would work in this deck? We do have a lot of pips, but we also have a lot of colorless.
Also,
which is no pips.
We also have like, yeah, and the problem is it's also split. Is my problem.
Yeah.
I don't think it really would, because it's split too much. Like it's too much of a split between the two of them. I guess we just keep cutting ramp. Like I don't know.
Or wait, do we have both Eternal and Timeless?
We have Eternal, and I put Green Warden to get flickered,
Well,
but we could.
I'm fine with cutting Eternal because I'd rather keep the Green Warden because it's a big beefy boy.
No, I think we have to play them both because we have the Ghostly Flicker combo. So having 2 options for that is I think important. If you want to downgrade it down to a Timeless or whatever, it's fine. But I think when you're playing the Ghostly Flicker combo, you want to make sure you have two of them in case like this gets exiled or I don't know, because then we can't do it. I guess Palancron is the backup because Palancron is so broken that it does it if you have a Nyxbloom Ancient or a Zendikar Resurgent, like your mana's doubled. It's like how High Tide works with Palancron. So like,
yeah,
I guess that's fine. Like I guess we could, but Eternal Witness is also really good with all the blink.
No, yeah, you're right. Especially when you have the double blink because you target her and then like whatever you want to blink, so you get it right
and we
back
also
right away.
Still do have Sublime Epiphany, which we're still playing 4 counters, which I think is fine. I'm just gonna cut the Beast then, whatever.
I think we have a lot of good onboard removal.
I don't think we really do.
And also, we're kind of going over the top of stuff mostly anyway.
What's the big guy that like destroys an artifact or enchantment and makes a 4/4 and I just want to put it in the maybe word.
Titan of Industry, or no, the one I like even better than that though is Woodfall Primus because it's a non-creature permanent. So basically everything that Titan hits except more because you can hit lands with it.
And then also Terrasinon, right?
Yeah. And the cool thing about Woodfall Primus is that it's also got Persist.
Okay, so those are all going to the maybe word. I'm still liking Kodama, man.
No, so am I. We have a lot of big shit. And if
Also,
we're blinking,
putting fetches in for a SE makes Kodama even better. Because that means we play a fetch, we get to put a land in for free. We fetch the fetch, we get to put a land in for free. Like, it gets even better in that regard. We need to cut 5 more cards. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I'm going to count the ramp again. Let's see if we're still playing too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, I'm just gonna do it. Or do we like these over the creatures in this regard? Do we want to cut one of the creatures like the Wood Elves, or keep just...
I guess.
Do you like Wood Elves or Farhaven better?
I like the spell a little bit more.
Wood Elves or Farhaven I'm talking about?
Oh, I think we get rid of... I think we can maybe keep Farhaven because it gets us any basic. Wood Elves only gets forests, and if we need more islands...
It can only grab 3 islands, and then it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll... Then I guess we just cut some more.
You probably again either Nature's Lore or the 3 visits because it only gets forests.
Right, but I do like her getting out. Like we've cut all the 2 mana ramp, you know. So
no,
she's...
it's true.
It's fine. The deck doesn't have to like go immediately. This deck is going to take a while to do anything anyway. We also want to make sure that we have enough things to make Displacer Kitten work as well.
Yeah.
We have to cut 2 more cards. Okay. You know
how gross the Great Henge is with our commander?
Yeah, because she can put it down and you can flip it. Yeah.
That's 2 cards.
Yes, it's really stupid.
I don't want to cut. I really don't want to cut anything else from creatures. I think
funny enough, I was thinking Thought Vessel because
we cut Thought Vessel,
but
that's another ramp down.
It's another one of our 2 mana ramp, and but the reason why I'm making the argument is because we still play Reliquary Tower. We have Nezahal and Seagate Restoration as no maximum hand sizes.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 ways to get no maximum hand size already.
All right, and honestly, thinking about it, if our deck is going as it's supposed to be, we actually don't need a lot of mana. We just need enough mana to get our commander in play, and our cheap flip effects.
But I mean, we still got a good amount. It's not like we're running none, you know.
Yeah.
1 card left, right?
Mm-hmm. We cut 1 land. Yeah, Mad Lad's like, yep, let's do it. All right, let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see. I just want to see how much ramp we still have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, we'll see if that's good enough.